So I don't think so. I don't think I'm an academic anything. Yeah, I have mostly been driven by what I see, and everything I succeed at is really practical. Like it has to be practical. I have to understand it from either fiddling with it or like I have a practical understanding on it. I never really do well with cramming or this or people start to explain something that isn't I can't relate to something real or in the real world. I think I understood that when I left school. I saw how why I didn't do well with so and so courses with my it was computer science. I thought when I went to computer science, I thought I was going to go there for animation and graphic design,
Interesting.
but that wasn't. It was a lot of maths, a lot of program.
A lot of maths and
Yeah,
equations and things like.
equations and
Oh God.
it's science stuff, and I did bad. I did really bad, and I just left it. At some point, I wrote into the FEMA admission, and that was like basically my dropout move.
Wow, you dropped out?
They already approved it. My dad had to come all the way from Niger State, not by plane. He just showed up. They said, "I need your dad is here." I'm like,
Wait, hold on.
all the way in total.
So your dad came all the way from Niger State.
Yeah,
Is it because he had found out
he knew I was about to.
you knew you were about to drop out?
I told them I was leaving, and they knew I was serious.
And Dad got on a night bus.
And it came.
Wow.
Yeah, and
How did that go down?
he spent that night just begging me to just basically wait it out and just finish. That is the last lap. I should just try. And I mean, it's my fatherhood, my juice.
So you were able to complete?
I just completed it, and I had a couple of courses I also carried over, so I just tried to complete. Yeah, I did everything. And
Well, it's safe to say you didn't get a first class.
safe to say I got a third class.
But Dad was just relieved that you at least finished. You got it out of the way.
I got it out of the way.
It's funny because when I was in school, I also didn't want to go to university. My mother had to literally beg me because I'm from a family of very academic people. So for me to come with my creative sense saying, I want to be different, she was like, not in this household. No, not in this household. But I'm actually happy. I'm actually grateful to her that I actually finished.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way?
I am. I'm happy I have that paper just sitting at home somewhere, and it can confirm that I finished school, which is great.
What's the significance of the paper for you beyond the fact that it's just a paper?
I think for the different things in life you need that for travel, for whatever I don't know, whatever I need, but it doesn't personally to me. I don't think it's of much worth. I'm happy I went to the school, basically because the community of people there basically kind of made me what I am today. I had no community in Lagos, so it's almost like it was a soft landing into Lagos that brought for me, because that was the community I basically started with here, in Lagos, and basically whatever fast tracking in my career I had, it was because of the same community of people, and them referring them word of mouth. Because in our school, people don't stay out of campus. Everybody's inside, and you basically get to see everybody and know everybody, over time. So I think that helped, and that's what I'm happy I got, out of, but not the paper itself. Yeah.
So not the actual computer science and mathematics and equations, but the exposure perhaps that university gave you,
the exposure
and the
people
network and the friendship.
And I don't think I would have been here. Even graphic design, the person I met that made me look at graphic, I'm being fascinated by it and taught me, So that's like I met people that basically propelled my or showed me the way to where I am today.
Would you say that then going to university was worthwhile for you, even though it wasn't
Yeah.
something that you
Yeah.
followed through with in
Yeah.
terms of the actual discipline itself?
Yes, it is.
I think I actually agree with
Yeah.
you. You know, I think university definitely awarded me, beyond the network and beyond the friendships that I built, because a lot of those people are still my closest and dearest friends
Yeah.
today. I think it definitely awarded me that confidence that I, you know, if I were to ever need it, it's there.
Yeah.
I can always pull it back out, dust it off, and it doesn't become, it doesn't serve as a hindrance for me, but rather access to something that I probably wouldn't have had I not had that document. So it's almost like I don't like to use the word backup plan. The backup plan that gives me a little bit of confidence, right? Something to lean on almost. Yes, I fully understand that. So when you sort of now finished university and you now embarked on your adult life, per se, in your career, were you very clear on what you wanted to do from the moment you left?
Yeah. Basically, I had this skill, and I started using it. I was clear on the direction because I loved it. I enjoyed doing it. There was a whole company even created because I was in charge. You know, it was called Cool Beans, and it was a t-shirt stroke kind of urban type company, and mainly based on the designs I produced. You know, and between that and navigating through the creative scenes, I did enjoy it. But at some point, it now became, all right, I think from the pay to just looking at it in future wise, I don't think I saw it as, I said, question of, can you raise a family with this? That was the next question after, you know, having...
From the t-shirt graphics work?
No, just from graphic design work in general, you know. So that was the next question after it being a bit redundant.
How old were you then when you started posing those questions to yourself?
This was 2012. I was 22.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 22. I was 22, 23, yeah. Yeah.
That's quite a serious question to ask yourself as a young man at 22 years old. Can I feed and support a family with this?
Yeah.
Interesting.
There is no backup for me. I'm the firstborn. There is no, what do I call it? What do they have this? There's nothing to turn back to. I'm not a trust fund kid.
You're not a trust fund kid.
So I knew I was all alone in this. I knew if I didn't figure it out, there is no going back. I literally picked my university because I knew I didn't want to go back. I didn't even go back home after graduation. I left from school straight to work. You know, so I knew there was no going back for me. I knew my parents have done their best. I spent all the money they could. Their life really moved forward after, you know, paying for 2 kids in private uni. I don't think, you know, they did a lot for themselves. You know, they just so they have done enough, you know, to get us through that. So I knew that, you know, this is all you know, and I had to start thinking about stuff all by myself, you know. How are you going to progress from this? You know, what's next? So those questions basically still came pretty early to me because I think I had moved like 3 companies by then. And with introspection and checking, you know, what has been the progress over years, you know, does it look like something that is going to, you know, what's called really progress, you know, and move forward? Are you just going to live life and allow it take you, you know? So that was where I was. I entered into a bit of a depressive state, you know, and I couldn't see where I was going to basically pull through. And that's when photography kind of landed on my lap. I had a couple of photographer friends